Our customers, some of them just happen to stumble upon the door. They're ordering food in the gas station and someone walks through the cooler door and all of a sudden they're like, what's going on? Hey, come on in. It's completely unexpected to find a really pretty cocktail bar in the middle of an industrial park in Lakeville, Minnesota. I am Tony Donatel. I'm 46 years old, and in 1 year, this business brought in almost $5 million. We are down in an industrial park about 30 minutes south of Minneapolis. Our Lakeville campus of businesses include an Amoco gas station with a convenience store called the Farmer's Grandson Eatery and a hidden cocktail bar next door called the Farmer's Cellar. I'm the founder and owner of the Wonders Collective. It's a group of restaurants, cocktail bars, gas stations, and speakeasy event centers. We operate in 6 different cities across the South Metro of the Twin Cities area. The Farmer's Cellar is extra special. It's always fun. People still don't know how to enter it or if they're supposed to pull, supposed to push. A lot of people think there's like a lever to pull or a secret combination of touching the cans that opens the door, but it's kind of just, you have to know to pull on the side of it here. You walk through the door and you really feel like you're back in the roaring 20s. We really thought it was important to not just create a space that felt like a reproduction, but to actually use antiques. So all of the furniture came from antique stores or salvage yards. The fireplace mantle, a lot of the light fixtures, the stained glass came from a church in Minneapolis. Guests are looking for experiences right now in this tough economy.
I looked on Google Maps and saw the picture of the cooler. I came in and couldn't find it and actually dove into the bathroom to check my phone one more time, and then I found it the second try.
Total surprise, I had no idea. I thought we were getting a Mountain Dew or something like that, but I wasn't sure.
The Farmer's Cellar just offers like a really fun escape from the world. And in 1 year, this business did almost $5 million in sales. When I walked into this store, I knew it felt right. I got a phone call from the landlord and he said that he wasn't able to figure out how to make enough money or how to sell enough food, and he asked me to take a look. Our strategy when taking over a location is finding something that had already failed before it. We often save on our build-out expense by taking over buildings and spaces that have already been built out before us and just remodeling them. And we're never on the best corners. Sometimes we're off the beaten path, we're in some of the furthest suburbs. The Farmer's Cellar is kind of in a different neighborhood. It's not the most expensive rents because we are down in an industrial park. The Farmer's Cellar ownership group, there's 5 of us. I own 40% of the shares of the Farmer's Cellar entity. We took over the gas station convenience store in November of 2024. We were just operating the convenience store and gas station, and we were not profitable. We started with $800,000 for this project to take over the convenience store, buy the inventory, and do the build out for the restaurant and bar. We knew there was space next door that we were going to build a restaurant. And we were trying to decide whether guests should come in the front door or not, and then we had this idea to hide the entrance to the bar in the gas station. Before we took over, there was a cooler here that kind of looked like this, and it had drinks and snacks in it. And so we're like, let's replace it with another door that kind of looks like it could be a working cooler. The biggest challenge with the build out was taking over a used machine shop. We had to spend a couple of weeks doing demolition and cleaning the space before we could even start construction. Literally, it was just a wide open space minus the nasty grease stains all over the place, but it allowed us really to design the bar the way we wanted to, envision what ultimately became the Cellar. I've found it very difficult to make new stuff look authentically old. So one of the challenges on the build out was finding antiques and used furniture and repurposing it. It had to look right, it had to feel right. The booths are resalvaged from an old Irish bar. We bought them and refurbished them. Probably one of the coolest pieces is the actual back bar. It came over in a ship in the early 1900s from Ireland, and it was in an Irish bar that ultimately ended up going out of business, and the bar was in a salvage yard, and we were able to restore it and repurpose it. In May of 2025, we opened the Farmer's Cellar. Yeah, when we first opened and news spread quickly from influencers and local news media, we often had a line at the door waiting to get in. Sometimes the line waiting to get into the cellar was longer than the line to check out at the gas station. The very first month that we opened the cellar, we were profitable, making $20,000 and up to $50,000 or $60,000 per month. When we first opened, guests told us we kind of missed the mark a little bit on the food. The entrees were a little bit too big and not shareable, but Chef Travis kind of reinvented the whole menu.
So I'm a huge fan of these Korean barbecue chicken sliders. It's made with the gochujang barbecue sauce, the crab rangoon dip. Initially, I didn't think it was going to take as well as it did, but it's really been one of the more popular items on the menu.
We sell almost 70% drinks and only 30% food. That mix, as well as high margins on cocktails, allows us to be profitable. Our landlord, he kind of had to admit that the first month that I paid him rent was the first time he's ever made money at this location. Farmer Cellar was doing well enough financially that we've decided to expand it. And this is our newest room, not even open to the public yet. In a few months, we'll be opening what's going to be called the withdrawing room. It'll be a private event space or overflow on busy nights from the cellar. In a world that is becoming increasingly more and more expensive to go out to eat, the Farmer Cellar stands out because it is fun, it's different. People are enthralled with the idea of discovering something new and showing it off to people and just really having a fun experience. The world kind of just slips away. Our success in the Farmer Cellar and the Lakeville operation, it's helped tremendously with covering up some of the losses from some of our other restaurants that aren't doing so well right now in this economy. So it's kind of a bright spot for our hospitality group, a bright spot for our community. It's been very uplifting and fun.